come in right away.
Is it all right if I change first?
No, it isn't. Take a letter.
Yes, sir.
Century Pictures Incorporated, Hollywood, California. You rum-dums.
Rum-dums?
Don't I speak distinctly, Baker? R-U-M-D-U?
I have it, Doctor.
Last night I had the misfortune to attend your idiotic picture, Pacific Victory, which you rum-dums had the gall to advertise as a true story of the war.
Oh, Steve and I sort of enjoyed that picture, Doctor.
It was a farce. Your version of the evacuation of medical personnel from that island was pure fiction. You show Lieutenant Cornwall Jones driving a truck full of Navy nurses out of the jungle. That is a lie. That truck was driven by Commander Philip Blake.
You've got a good memory, Doctor. That's been a long time.
Some things you never forget. Trying to make Jones a hero is a travesty, and so is your putrid picture. Sincerely, etc., etc. Type that right up.
Yes, Doctor.
And I want copies sent to all the newspapers in the area.
To the newspaper?
We spent $8 watching that collection of garbage. Now, if they want to make a movie that smells to high heaven, fine. But then their ad should read, "This movie smells to high heaven."
I think you may have a whole new concept for the advertising business, Doctor. Now what?
Oh, nothing, cuz. I was just admiring my reflection. Quel outfit, n'est-ce pas?
Positively positive. If I'd seen that suit before you did, I'd be wearing it. But can't we eat now? I'm starving.
Just as soon as I find the right shoes to match this outfit. Let's try the Choutique first. It's just around the corner.
Then can we eat?
Oh, honestly, cuz I don't know how you can think about anything as trivial as eating all the time.
Well, it's simple, Sarah. It keeps me from thinking about all that money I don't have to spend.
Oh, you.
Oh, Sarah! Look at your slacks.
Oh,
Look what you did. My dog. You smashed my dog. My poor dog.
Oh, it's only a China dog.
Only a China dog. An authentic Schmeisen. The last one I needed for my collection. She says, "It's only a China dog."
Oh, well, gee, I'm sorry about that. Really, I am. But, well, look at my slacks.
Oh, what a shame. But it's just one of those things. It's nobody's fault, really.
Nobody's fault. She comes galloping around the corner, smashes my dog, nearly kills me. And you say it's nobody's fault?
I did not either come galloping around the corner. We were walking slowly.
You know what this dog cost? $500. You ran into me.
Me? You ran into me. You skinned my knees. You tore my clothes.
Elizabeth, if you look where you were walking, it this never would have
why don't you
happened.
watch where you're walking?
Just
It's not my fault.
It's definitely your fault, definitely.
Let's just calm down for a minute, please. Now, I can understand that you're upset, but...
You bet I'm upset. Young lady, let me see your driver's license.
For walking? Cal, insanity.
I don't care if you are French. Are you gonna show me your driver's license?
Oh, you let me see your driver's license first.
Oh, you'll hear from my lawyer about this. That was the last dog extant in California. And now, thanks to you, they're extinct.
Tommy Kirshner's x-ray has just arrived, Doctor.
Never mind about that now, Baker. Listen to this. Do you remember that letter I wrote about that rotten movie?
Oh, vividly, yes.
I just now got a letter from that jughead, Corny Jones. He's going to sue me for libel. Look. You'll hear from my lawyers, Chegley. What do you think about that?
I think maybe you shouldn't have written that letter, Doctor.
Anyway, you know how I've been scouring this town looking for a job. Well, today I got a lead on what looks like a very good possibility.
Oh, Steve, that's wonderful.
In San Francisco.
San Francisco. Oh.
It looks like a real hot lead. And, well, it's only an hour's flight from L.A.
Yeah, San Francisco isn't far.
I mean, you know, if I do get the job, I could fly down here weekends, and you could fly up there.
Oh, of course. Steve, this might be the chance of a lifetime for you. And no matter what happens, I know it'll be... Oh, now who could that be?
Well, there's only one way to find out, honey.
Okay.
Julia, we got a high, Steve. Real crisis.
We have?
Oh, we sure do. Do you know that... Oh, say, I'm not interrupting anything between you two, am I?
Not anymore. Why don't you sit down and tell us all about it?
In that case, I'll sit down and tell you all about it. And am I glad you're here, Steve? I know you'll know what to do because this is right up your alley.
What is?
Yeah, Sarah, get right to the point.
Do you remember that nut with the dog who knocked me down and ruined my suit? Well, you won't believe it, but
He's suing you.
do you believe it?
He is?
How'd you hear about it?
Well, Never mind.
Well, I can't believe it. That clown is suing me for $5,000.
$5,000? He said that little dog was only worth $500.
I know. The rest is for mental anguish, nervous prostration, and whiplash.
Whiplash.
Oh, Sarah, that's ridiculous.
I agree. And that's exactly what you'll tell the judge, 'cause...
I'll tell the judge.
Well, after all, you're my star witness, aren't you? That's mostly because she's the only witness.
Steve, what do you think?
Well, I'm sure your lawyer will tell you that the thing for you to do now is to file a countersuit against this man.
A countersuit? You mean he's suing Sarah, so Sarah sues him?
Right.
What a terrific idea. You're brilliant. Between us, we'll fight this thing all the way to the Supreme Court if we have to. Who knows, this could even become one of those landslide cases you're always reading about.
I think you mean landmark cases.
You're the expert, Counselor Bruce. And how about representing me?
Thanks, but I think you'd better let your husband's attorney handle this. Considering Clyde's position, it could become expensive.
Clyde. Oh, how am I ever going to explain this to him? The notoriety, the publicity, the controversy, the tax problems. Cal anguish.
Sarah, aren't you getting a little carried away? After all, it isn't as though you murdered somebody.
No, but when Clyde finds out about it, he might kill me.
And I guess that's really the whole story, Mr. Anderson.
Yeah. Well, that's substantially the way Mrs. Porter told it to me.
I'm sorry you had to come down here on your lunch hour.
Oh, I'm glad to do it, Mrs. Baker. This is just preliminary, of course. We'll go over your testimony carefully before the trial next week. As Mr. Porter's attorney, he and I are very concerned that this whole case be handled as simply as possible. He doesn't want your cousin to get any more...
Carried away.
Good phrase. She does have a slight tendency to over-dramatize things, you know.
Oh, I know.
Well, naturally, we tried to settle out of court, but this Mr. Crocker seems to relish the idea of a trial even more than your cousin does.
That is too bad.
Not for lawyers, it isn't, Mrs. Baker. Well, I'll see you in court, as we like to say.
Who was that?
Sarah's lawyer. She's going to court next week on that charge from...
Lawyers. I just spent an hour and a half lunch with mine.
Oh, your libel suit. Yeah, how will you come out? What did he say?
My attorney, that scintillating gem of the legal profession, he says, A, I shouldn't have written that letter, and B, I'm in big trouble.
Oh, dear.
For which joyful news, he stuck me with a $12 lunch check.
Clinic Baker. Oh, hi, Steve. Yes, what is it?
And the San Francisco thing didn't work out, but they referred me to a job down here, and I started work today.
Oh, Steve, that's marvelous.
As a matter of fact, I've already been assigned to a case.
Already?
There's just one thing, Julia. I don't think you're gonna like this.
Won't like what?
Well, this is the darndest coincidence. I mean, you wouldn't believe this could happen, but you know what my first case is?
Don't tell me. Let me guess. Your first case is Jones versus Chegley, right?
Never heard of it.
Ah. Well, so much for women's intuition.
No, my first case is Mr. Arthur Crocker versus Mrs. Clyde Porter.
Sarah? You mean you're on the other side? Oh, no kidding. Oh, that is something, isn't it?
There wasn't a thing I could do about it, Julia. I couldn't turn it down because...
Of course not, of course not. I wouldn't want you to. It's a funny situation, but I'm just so glad you have a job here at home. Oh.
You're not angry with me?
Angry with you? Why would I be angry with you?
Oh, I was afraid maybe, well, you know, I'd be up there in court fighting for Mr. Crocker.
I know that, but you're a lawyer, Steve, and I'm very proud of it. And a lawyer should always give his client the best defense possible. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Julia, thanks.
Now hold it. Do you think your client would approve of his lawyer kissing the star witness for the other side?
Well, if he doesn't, I'll appeal it clear to the Supreme Court.
Very well, Counselor. You may proceed.
Everybody sit down already and let's get this over with. Okay, somebody tell me what this is all about.
It's a negligence case, Your Honor. Parties have filed cross complaints.
I know that. I've got the depositions right here. How come this wasn't settled out of court?
Irreconcilable differences between the parties, Your Honor.
Irreconcilable differences. Lawyers. There goes my Tuesday. What's your problem?
It's Wednesday, Your Honor.
It's Wednesday? Well, let's get on with it. Somebody call a witness or something.
Now, as you approach the corner, Mr. Crocker, moving, as you have testified, in a cautious manner, what happened?
That woman, there, came bursting around the corner and knocked me down. Almost.
Very well. Now, Mrs. Porter, tell us in your own words exactly what happened.
Well, Julia, that's Mrs. Baker over there. We're cousins, you see.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Well, anyway, as I was about to say, we had just come from this here chic boutique where they were having an absolutely fantastic sale. And I had just bought this one outfit. And oh, what an outfit it was. It was gray and white checked with these little silver buttons.
Will one of you lawyers please object? Okay, then I will. Mrs.
Porter. Mrs. Clyde Porter.
Clyde Porter, the movie star?
Why, yes, Your Honor.
The court is not interested in your outfit, Mrs. Porter. Just tell us about the accident.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do, Your Honor. You see, my outfit was the principal victim of that accident.
That's all I need today. One of those witnesses. Just tell the court how you and Mr.
Crocker, Your Honor.
I thought your name was Bruce.
Crocker's my...
Never mind. Let's get the show back on the road. Now you, ask your client something that'll get us someplace.
Mrs. Porter, what happened after you bought your new outfit?
Well, Julia wanted to eat. But I thought we ought to go to the shoe store first. You know, to get the right shoes to match the outfit, which I'm not going to tell you about, Your Honor, because I know you're not interested.
You remembered. Now you, see if you can get your client to the collision real fast, okay?
I'll try, Your Honor. Mrs. Porter, as you and Mrs. Baker turn the corner, tell us as briefly as possible exactly what happened.
Well, I was hit with like a 10-ton truck. Knocked me down, tore my clothes, skinned my knees.
Objection, Your Honor.
Well, you finally got one, huh?
Witness's reference to a 10-ton truck is irrelevant, uncalled for, and I submit highly improper.
I'll buy that. Strike the 10-ton truck.
It's more like the 10-ton truck struck me.
Now, as you two ladies walked along together, I believe you said that Mrs. Porter was on your left, next to the building.
That's right.
And you were about to turn left at the corner.
That is correct.
Now, let me get this picture in my mind. Such a pleasant picture. I see two friends walking along side by side, chatting gaily and smiling happily at each other as they turn the corner, right?
I suppose... No, that's not the way it was at all. When Sarah and I turned that corner, we were both looking where we were going.
Are you quite sure, Mrs. Baker?
I am positive, Mr. Bruce.
Oh, he's a sly one.
Sneaky. But you do all right.
Mrs. Baker, did you really see this collision?
Why, yes, of course.
Not before, not after, the precise moment of impact. Did you really see it?
Of course I saw it. I was right there. I picked Sarah up. I said to the man that...
All right. I believe you, Mrs. Baker.
Whew. Well, I hope so. I've tried to tell you...
All right, Mrs. Baker. I don't want to upset you. I just want to be sure of the facts.
Mr. Bruce, it's 5 o'clock and I'd like to go home. You better finish this in the morning. Court adjourned until 10 a.m. tomorrow. Lawyers.
Mr. Bruce? What do I do now?
Oh, we meet here tomorrow morning at 10. See you then. Julia.
Oh, don't you touch me.
Julia, you're angry. I never thought that...
I am not even angry. I am furious, Steve Bruce. The way you treated me, twisting my words, making me look like...
Julia, honey, it's just a case at law. You know it's nothing personal.
Nothing personal. That's like Brutus telling Julius Caesar. It's nothing personal, Julius, just before he stuck that knife in his back.
Oh, come on, cuz. Steve is just doing his job.
Yes, we talked about this when I was assigned to the case. I mean, what happened to that sweet, reasonable woman who wanted me to give my client the best possible defense?
Oh, that reasonable woman has been made a fool of, Steve, by an unreasonable lawyer who would step on his own mother for some shoddy little lawsuit. That's what happened. Come on home with me, please, sir.
I think I better.
And with those final words, Your Honor, we too rest our case.
And about time, too. I've considered the evidence, gentlemen, and I've got this whole thing all worked out. It is the finding of this court that defendant Porter, gabbing with her cousin, was not exercising due caution and is thus guilty of negligence in this matter. We further find defendant Crocker was also proceeding without proper caution and is thus guilty of equal negligence. The court awards damages of $1 to each party. Now pay up and let me get to something important.
I'm so glad for you. You won your first case. Congratulations.
I was afraid yesterday I was going to lose something a lot more important than this case.
You haven't a thing to worry about, Counselor.
Well, I'm glad to see that you two have made up. Now, just see that you stay that way, all the way to the Supreme Court.
Supreme Court?
Well, don't think I'm letting this travesty stop here. I'm appealing.
You people are clogging my courtroom. Split. Call the next case already.
Jones versus Chegley.
Indie, cool, hip.
Oh, good morning,
Shh. There's no need to shout.
Oh, don't explain. I know you lost that case.
No, not exactly. The judge threw the case out of court, threw us out after it.
Oh, what a judge.
No, he was right. We were both wrong.
Oh, what's the matter?
Jonesy and I settled our differences at the Navy Club last night.
Over dinner?
I knew there was something that we forgot.
Dr. Chegley, you are hungover.
I never knew a man could drink that much.
Jonesy?
No, me.
Oh.
I think I'll go into my...
Oh, you better stay right here. Now, don't move. Try a little of this.